Okay, so someone recently asked me, what is it that you need to do in order to, or when you're dating, to get them to pay, half? Because, women are all about equality and we're equal and we do all these things better than men. So by all means, why don't you go ahead and pay for me? I've often wondered this. And unfortunately, that's the way that women are brought up. Western women get the date paid for, and on top of that, have the balls to turn around and criticize men when it is sexist that men have to pay when they have to pay nothing. What I have found is that some women will, when the check comes, they'll go ahead and offer to pay. Although most don't. That's just the way that they were brought up, and it's simpler that way. I have found only one solution to the problem. First of all, you need to understand this. Since you're paying, that's not necessarily a negative thing because you're in control of the environment. You don't want to be put in a situation where now you can't have a conversation and you can't tell whether this bitch is crazy or not because you're in a concert. But she was paying and she wanted to go to a concert. So first off, you need to appreciate that you are in control, meaning that you can go to a place where you can actually carry a conversation and figure whether she's crazy or not before you make any sort of commitment, A. And B, just because you're paying for it doesn't mean you need to dough it out, boy. It doesn't mean you need to go all out and pay fucking $50 or $60 for a dinner. No. Doc Love makes a great example. What he tells people to do is to go ahead and go for the coffee date, and it's perfect. Go ahead, man, spend $1 or $2. Within those 15 minutes or half an hour, that first date, you'll get all the information. That is, if you keep your ears open, you'll get all the information you need to know on whether you need to continue asking this girl out or not. Everything you need to know is there. I'll gladly pay even more to find out whether or not this woman's gonna screw my life over. Whether she's crazy, whether she's a stalker, whether she's abusive, whether she is one of these false abuse victims who all her ex-boyfriends have magically abused her, every single one of them, and dad. Whether she has whether she's damaged goods. I will gladly pay that money. So don't sweat it. We're not going to change society overnight. And that's not something that I really want to change anyways. I like to be in control of where the dating takes place. And I'll say it again. Remember, just because you're paying doesn't mean you need to go all out. If she doesn't want to go have coffee with you, then she doesn't like you. What? I'm not going to go out with you unless it's a nice place? Okay. I thought you wanted to be around me. No. I want nice food. Okay, fuck you. Coffee. A slice of pizza. So go ahead, man. Pay it. It don't matter. It's that half an hour or 15 minutes of information that is so valuable that if men would have dedicated some time to listening, they wouldn't end up in divorce with 2 kids and a mortgage. Now, another question that comes up is how do you attract women when you first meet them, on the spot? Well, first off, I'm going to give you some bad news. There's nothing you can do to universally attract women other than the lotto, having killer looks, or having power and fame. There's nothing that will universally attract women. So unless you're next to her and she realizes that you're like a movie star or soap opera star, there's nothing you can do. Now, the problem that most men face isn't that they're necessarily doing something wrong, is that she's not interested and they're not realizing it. So, a good way to discern whether a girl is worth even asking out or not is just start a little small talk. Don't be afraid. Go ahead. And they're either not going to like it, they're going to respond negatively, or they may smile. And if she smiles and then she joins in making fun of herself, or she says something to me, then I'll risk it and maybe even ask the number. And that's it. You look her straight in the eyes and you ask for the number, and that's it. There is nothing you can do to make a girl who may not like you start liking you. And for 99% of the guys out there, they're doing nothing wrong. So I'm going to go through the basics. The basics are dress well. Doesn't mean expensive, just well. Smile and have a damn sense of humor. Everybody already knows that. And still people keep on asking, what is it that I need to do? Listen, we're not like women. We can't put on a short skirt, high heels, and makeup, and all of a sudden, bam, everybody wants you. No. You need to go out, make a ton of money, drive a Ferrari, or become a movie star. That's how it is for men. That is the equivalent of a short skirt. And anybody who tells you otherwise is full of shit. Magazines have these feel-good, don't really help, but feel-good advice that tells you, all you need is a little more work and a little more self-esteem and you're going to make it. Bullshit. No. There's nothing you can do. If some chick doesn't like you, move on to the next one. And I highly doubt that every girl won't like a specific guy. It's ridiculous. So, understand when you're going in what's going to happen. 8 times out of 10 or 9 times out of 10, they don't want to, because a lot of these attracted women are actually dating people at the moment. So that could be happening. It could be for 1,000 things. Just don't think it's about you necessarily. It could be about her, or there's something about you that she doesn't like. God forbid. There's only 1 million women in this world anyways. So move on. Check for the ring. Make a joke, see if she laughs. Talk a little. And then go for the kill. You don't have to dress up. We're at a damn supermarket. Just don't look disheveled. Shave, for God's sake, shave and shower. That goes without saying. But this notion that magazines and self-help books and pseudopsychology has created, and pickup artists, that it's what you're doing and the way that you're saying things that's making these girls turn off, is not the case. You can't make a girl who isn't interested in you interested in you. It doesn't happen. It's impossible to do. And I've read incredible things. I've read, as far as magazine articles, I've read a magazine article who said, well, you need to love yourself in order for others to love you. What? This chick flat out turned me down. The reason being is she's looking for somebody with a lot of money, so he could, take her out to a nice dinner. And what I need to do is like myself more, and then she's gonna show up. No. Or some chicks just doesn't like my face, and what I need to do is just love myself more. Fuck you. Advice columns, pseudopsychology books, and of course Hollywood are the primary cause of why men have completely forgotten how to date. We're looking at everything through a romance novel. Like, love conquers everything. Love does not conquer shit. She cheats on you once, she's gonna cheat on you again. Why are you still even talking about her after she threw the vows out the window? And we're still thinking about forgiveness. There's a fucking forgiveness epidemic in this country that makes me sick to my stomach. They can do anything to the guy, and all he needs to do is understand her and excuse her behavior, and it's okay. We'll work things out. I fucking hate that sentence. Work things out? No. There's nothing to work out. It cannot be fixed. Women cannot be fixed any more than men can. That's the way the world works. So pick yourself up and move on. You'll be surprised of how many numbers you can actually get if you just have the patience and you have the fortitude to move on when some chick doesn't like you. If you don't give up, and if you just switch to another one, you'll end up with more numbers and you know what to do with. So don't frustrate yourself thinking about what you need to do different. Fuck the magazines and fuck the media. Next. The most important word in the English language. Next. Learn to use it. And that's all I have to say on the subject. Have a nice one.